Hi, everybody. Claudia McMullen here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As you all know, we support Fluffy Cow Coffee supports farm animal sanctuaries via our week-long online fundraisers benefiting a specific sanctuary across the country. And this week, our sanctuary partner is the lovely Dory from Berkshire Farm Sanctuary. Good morning, Dory. How are you?
Morning. How are you, Claudia?
Excellent. Nice to see you. Now, tell me all about Berkshire Farm Sanctuary and who's behind you.
Sure. We started Berkshire Farm Sanctuary in 2020. We bought a piece of property in the Berkshires of Massachusetts, obviously.
Mhm.
And actually, it took a long time to do a lot of renovations on the farm. It was pretty dilapidated. So sometimes you're better off not knowing what you're in for until you're in it.
Right.
But we started renovating right away. We rescued some goats and sheep pretty early on, and we're just gradually expanding. We're not filling up like crazy, doing more than we could afford. And that's why fundraising is so important to us.
Of course. So there's a couple really fun things about you and Berkshire Farms. Okay. One, I think it's awesome that you have this really cool Airbnb on your property, on your
Yes.
sanctuary property, which is such a terrific way to fund the effort, your rescue and sanctuary efforts for all these animals. It's fantastic. And it's very pretty, people. So
Yes, it's beautiful.
get online and stay at Berkshire Farms because it's a beautiful area of the country. It's a beautiful time to be there. Anyway, so there's that. And the other thing that I think is so interesting about you personally, because it speaks to me as well, is that in addition to Berkshire Farms, you run a dog and cat rescue in Long Island.
Yes, I do. Save a Pet Animal Rescue. And we're
I
looking
love
forward
that.
to doing a coffee fundraiser there as well.
That's right, because as probably a lot of people know who are listening, or maybe they don't, I have another brand. The original brand is Hugo Coffee, named after my dog Hugo, and it supports dog and cat rescue. And in a former life, I ran an animal rescue. So this is all very, near and dear to my heart. So I love those two differentiators. I think it's really cool that you also run a dog and cat rescue, and that you figured out how to raise funds on your own property via an Airbnb.
Yeah, I mean, we have to be able to sustain it. It's not like we get animals coming and going like adoptions at our animal rescue. Right. These animals are staying for the rest of their life.
Right.
And unless they have sponsors, people are going to see the same faces all the time. So it's not like, oh, it's new and exciting. Nope, it's still this pig, this cow, this goat. So we have to expand. And the Airbnb was the first thing that I had on my list. I fixed up the farmhouse. Basically, my husband and myself got it, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah. I got a lot of stuff on Let Go when Let Go was there, and Offer Up, and we furnished the place, and it's really beautiful. And I do encourage people. It's such a pretty spot. And it's not in the boondocks. It's far enough, away from, city, but it's a really nice cultured area. There's lots to do. There's beautiful restaurants. So we're in the middle of a great venue there.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. Now, tell me about your residents and where their origin stories.
Sure. Our first residents were two goats, baby goats, that were being raised for slaughter for Greek Easter. And so we rescued them before we were even ready. It was like, oh, Dory's going to have a sanctuary. I'll call her. Yeah. So the calls are never ending. So those were the first two residents. That's Cecil and Beanie. And they are a hoot, the two of them. They think they own it. They basically think they're the mayors of Berkshire Farm Sanctuary. And then we got a call about some Jacob sheep that were also being raised for slaughter. And the guy was in over his head. He was like a homesteader. He was trying his hand at it. But he thankfully let us take them all.
Oh,
So that was we have 11. Actually, we have 9 Jacobs.
okay.
And they are all amazing. They were, riddled with parasites. I mean, people,
Hmm.
they don't understand. It's not just dogs and cats that you have to worm and check and make sure. It's farm animals because it can really, really debilitate them.
Yeah.
And they were debilitated when we got them. And then since then, we've rescued pigs, and from one milady I've told you about, she was rescued from a slaughter.
Hmm.
And we have 4 mini pigs that were just rescued from the streets. So
Oh,
it's not always they're going to slaughter, or they're it's just if they come from a situation that's gonna wind up getting them dead if we
sure,
don't step in.
sure. And how big is the farm?
So the farm's 22 acres.
And you're not at capacity yet,
No, no, not at all.
but
That's
you,
why
but you're growing into it. You're growing
I'm growing
slowly into it.
slowly.
You're doing it in a sustainable way where you're not like taking
Yes.
out a bunch of debt to do things.
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's right. That's right. By the way, did you hear the NPR story this week of the sheep in Ireland?
No.
Ireland or Scotland? There was a sheep, one solitary sheep had fallen down a cliff and had been living by itself for 2 years.
Oh my God.
And it was too dangerous to go try to, so like the authorities wouldn't try to save the one sheep because it was too dangerous.
Right.
So this group of guys just got together, rappelled down, saved, and the sheep, shorn, dropped like 50 pounds just from shearing the sheep once the sheep made it. And they didn't shear it down below because the sheep needed the fuzziness of the fur, of the hair,
Right.
to save it, to help it because there were jagged edges on the cliff as they were
Absolutely.
pulling it up.
During the rescue. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Isn't that a great
God
story?
bless those guys.
I know these guys saved the lonely soul sheep that had lived by itself for 2 years, because sheep are group animals.
Oh, yes.
They
Yes.
don't want to be solitary. They
They
want to be
love
with
each
people.
other, and they accept newbies, not like a lot of species. But
Mhm.
sheep will accept other sheep like that. It's they're great. So,
Now, do you have any plans for example, allowing people to come to the sanctuary and learn about the animals?
absolutely.
Because
We
that's
just
the way.
actually started doing tours. So
Great.
if anybody's in the area, they can contact us either through our website or call us, and
Mhm.
we can arrange a tour. I have people coming right now. They asked if they could come at noon to meet the animals. They were just passing by. It took us 3 years to get a sign outside,
Yeah.
which we were afraid to get a sign out because you don't know if a sign's going to work for you or against you. But
Right,
so
because you're also like, have you ever had anyone just dump an animal on your property?
not there yet.
Right. I bet that will be coming sometime.
I've
You-
had it through the years, though.
Right.
Dogs, cats, roosters,
Right.
you name it. But
Right. So you give tours. Are you considering in the future outreach to like the local school children or
absolutely,
classes?
we're actually right down the street from the Hinsdale Elementary School, and we are working on a humane education program. And the I just think every school should have a course on compassion and empathy.
I do too.
And it's just so needed, especially in this day and age. And for animals, I think that connection is super important for kids. So that is totally one of our main goals.
I think that's terrific, because that is how real change. You can't possibly rescue and provide sanctuary to all the animals in need.
No,
In
not
this-
even Farm Sanctuary can
No.
do that, the biggest one in the country.
No.
But we can all do our part, and we can teach others. And like at Save a Pet, we do humane education with the kids, and they love it.
Of course.
I have a group of Girl Scouts coming this week. And I love the Scouts and the community to get involved, whether you drop off a pumpkin, whether you raise funds for a trough or whatever it is. I had some Boy Scouts built us a hay feeder.
Mhm.
It's awesome for the sheep.
Yeah.
So getting the kids involved is so near and dear to me.
The most popular program at the rescue I used to run was the summer camp programs for the kids.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be around dogs and cats all day. I mean, and the humane education was so important, but it's even more, I think it's more important for farm animal sanctuaries.
Yeah, I mean, people relate dogs.
Everybody knows about dogs and cats. Most people don't even know there's such a thing as farm animal sanctuaries. A lot of people don't consider that farm animals are fellow sentient beings that feel pain and love and abandonment and loss and all those things. So I think it's critical to get the kids involved early.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we wanted to get all those Jacob sheep, because there were mothers and babies, and sheep and their babies are attached for life. It's not like, you'll see a cat be done with the kittens and drop them off on your front stoop and take off. The sheep are so attached to their babies. And I don't think people really see farm animals as, like you said, sentient beings that need love and care and love each other. And have their own community and their own way of communicating.
So, that's why I just think it's so important, the work you're doing. And even when the sanctuaries max out in their residents, there's still so much work that can be done in spreading the word.
Absolutely.
Just spreading information and the word, especially to children. So I think it's fantastic. Now let's talk about the fundraiser.
Yes.
It's Wednesday, so we're only halfway through. It began Monday morning, and how it works for all your fans is we donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of a week-long fundraiser. So it ends at midnight on Sunday.
Right.
And so two important things. One, the coffee's really good. This is 5-star coffee, man.
My husband loved it.
Good. I mean, this coffee is served in like 5-star resorts, for God's sakes. It's good coffee.
Amazing.
It's really good coffee. But if your fans don't drink coffee, they can do things like buy really cute mugs and drink their hot chocolate, drink coffee, save animals. And it has a little cow print. Hold on. Where is it? Little cow print.
That's adorable.
It's adorable. We also have species specific swag. So people can buy, pig swag, goat swag, chicken swag. So
we love farm animal swag.
Farm animal swag. I mean, for God's sakes. So that's the important thing. It ends at midnight on Sunday. So we want to get the word out and get the buzz going. And I also want your fan base to know that once they buy in this fundraiser to benefit Berkshire Farms, we will then send you a shortened URL that you can then send to your fans for them to buy again and again.
Oh, that's great.
If they love the coffee, because they're going to love the coffee because it's damn good. And then we will continue to donate to Berkshire Farms in the future going forward.
That's awesome. Win-win.
It is totally a win-win. So now, okay, Dory, now just say we just do a great job and we raise like $300, $300 to $500 for you. What kind of impact would that have, and what would you do with that money?
So right now, the important thing, because the weather's turning cold, is we got to get our outside fencing done for more animals that we're waiting to take. So with the price of wood and, just a gate for the farm is almost $300. So every penny, every ounce of coffee purchase is so important for these animals.
Yeah.
We have a waiting list, and as soon as we get the fencing done and the stalls finished, we can take them.
Well, all right. So what animals, would you know what animals are waiting?
Yeah, we have a steer waiting. We have sheep waiting. We have horses waiting.
Oh my gosh.
So whatever we can help and, prioritize.
Yep.
And share and network. We work with other sanctuaries. So
fantastic.
It's
that's really powerful. First of all, the immediate impact that the donation is going to have on the lives of animals on the wait list.
Absolutely.
So we could get the winter fencing done so that you could take the animals in and give them their sanctuary, their
Yes.
long overdue sanctuary.
And it's cold up there, and we have heat in our barns.
Oh,
It got 21 below last year.
oh my
It was a little fluky, but it can get very cold.
Yeah.
So we have propane heat in all the barns.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Dory. So now it's our job to get the word out. We have a few more days. We got 4 more days. So that's good. So we can start getting some momentum, get the word out so we can raise money to get the winter fencing, to get more and more residents in the fabulous Berkshire Farms.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm really excited, and I hope everybody purchases some coffee or some swag and helps the animals. It's win-win, and it's a good coffee season.
Exactly. It's getting cold. It's time to drink more coffee.
Absolutely. So order.
Yes. All right, Dory, you have a fantastic week. Fingers crossed. I want to write you a big old check on Monday.
Thank you so much, Claudia.
Okay. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.